I stay in my lane.
All right, guys, we're gonna start off playing kind of like the baseline version of hot hands. So for those that don't know what that is, all we're gonna look to do, I have to bring soft rock over, clear myself the entire time. It will drive nuts.
That'll drive me nuts too.
All right, so as we approach, we're gonna look to constantly get our at least one, ideally both of our elbows in between our partner and make connections to wrists, elbows, or head. Okay, this can look however it needs to look. You can do whatever you want. It might look like this, it might look like this. As long as you're making connections to wrists, elbows, and head, then we're good. And as long as at least one of your elbows is between one of your arms between his two elbows, we're happy. The second thing I want you to do, once you have at least one of your elbows inside, I want you to focus on getting your head anywhere between his shoulders and making contact with your head. When you're here, we're just looking to hold it for as long as possible while he looks to fight back. We both have the same goal the entire time. Yep, since he starts, yep, he's trying to do the same thing to me that I'm trying to do to him. Make sense? Elbows on the inside. We're not trying to take them down. We're not trying to lock our hands. We're just trying to get my arm between his elbows, wrist, head, and then put my head anywhere between his shoulders and connect to his bottom. Cool? All right, 1, 2, 3.
And it's been predetermined.
It's that is appearing how it's appearing how it's seen. One could say that it was predetermined, predestined. That's right.
I could borrow the next shot. For a while, man. Although you maybe even coming on days when I don't.
Come on, like Tuesdays,
Yeah.
sometimes. Yeah, I came to this class like 2 weeks ago. And Tuesday or 2 weeks ago. It's also training like
That's right. Yeah. We don't like it, like,
yeah. That's 2 days. Good. That's what I went on. So we're doing.
or just do.
Okay. Or rhythm. Okay. Okay.
We're always looking to take away the grips they have on us. We both have the same goal, but somebody's got to win, right? Somebody's got to be winning at any given moment. Make sure you're connecting your head. Once you have inside with your elbow, connecting your head anywhere between the shoulders. Somebody, did you have a going? Time. Relax. All right, now we're gonna add to this. So now you have the same exact goals, for the same thing going on. Where I'm still looking to get arms between his elbows, still looking to connect to his wrist, his elbow, his head. But still looking to get good head placement. But now I can either choose to win this battle between his elbows, or I can choose to win this battle outside one of his elbows. Okay. I can choose to win here, or I can choose to win here. Okay. I can choose to win in any variant that I like, as long as my arms are between his elbows. I can grip wrist, elbow and wrist, head and wrist, head and elbow, doesn't matter. Double head, I don't care. As long as it's one of those three and your head's connected between his shoulders, can grip between, or we can grip on the outside. My head doesn't change though. Notice this. I'm not looking to be up here, looking to have my head connected between the shoulders still, even if I choose this outside position. I want you gripping elbows and wrists. It can be wrist, it can be elbow, I don't care, but you can come to the outside. Okay, it's the same thing we were doing before, except now you can come to the outside. Cool. All right, 1, 2, 3.
See how I know.
What's up, bro?
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
you walk too well.
Yeah, right, yeah, we really gotta keep it under wraps.
I mean,
No, I'm not. I've not gotten into the pipe yet. Yeah, right. I took it, 6 the other day.
I know that you
So I know you guys got, yeah, I said we need to get all of us, me and you.
Here, I'll play with you, Chad.
Been a huge part. Nice. It is. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. There's inside, and there's outside. Some guard here, somewhere, I don't know. Yeah, I was actually in battery the box. My coworker, we were getting some battery, and I saw you actually walk out of those. I did. I was like, look. I'll see you later. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. So it's just a matter of like, I'm really kind of responding. So just kind of playing it. Cause like, and then just get under there. It's all like.
Relax, time.
Right. That was good earlier. There to the back. You can take the back. Good.
Yeah, I got cauliflower here again.
Oh, did I hit it? I definitely got buddy here a few times.
Yeah, your head looks right there.
I felt it. I think I hit some hard at one point.
Back of my head.
Yep. Felt that one too. All right. Same thing. We're just adding to it. Okay. Now, I want you still making connection to the wrist. Okay. Elbows, head, don't care. But now there's a way to win. Okay. Now, as I make these connections, I win if I can establish an underhook. Defined as under and my hand connected to my opponent's back or shoulder. Okay. Head still here. Head, everything's still the same, but I win if I can establish an underhook. And I'm gonna still have my head in a good position here. Okay. Make sense? Cool. All right, 1, 2, 3.
All right.
You reset every time there's a win.
All right.
back and watch that video.
Huh? What's that?
I'm gonna be still.
I was like, just in your screen, can't. I'm like, I just can't. You approved it. You know, stick out your, people for this. He's like, just keep moving out.
Yeah, so look, that would work theoretically. Also. Oh, yeah. The boy.
Yeah. Just keep going around.
I'm gonna just publish that. Maybe not, yeah.
It's like the same thing we've been doing if you're doing here.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Yep. Yeah, trying, that's why it's good. Like, feasible. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, like that. Yeah. Driving up as opposed to just driving like down.
I got really good. Because I can't.
Yeah, it'll make you nervous.
Oh,
I
yeah.
hate it.
20 seconds, guys.
It's cute. That almost took me down.
That would have been good, but anyway.
You don't have it.
I had it.
I was waiting.
Time, gentlemen, time. Water if you need it.
Yeah.
Water in the fridge. 30 seconds, 30 seconds.
Bring us on Friday. Wait, did I say that? They told me about it.
It's a weekly reminder. AC doesn't work great up here. It's very hot all summer. You need to be hydrating the day before and the day of. Like really well hydrated electrolytes. Not got Gatorade, but like some real electrolytes. Come up here hydrated, you're gonna get some background. Okay. All right. We're gonna add to this. All right, one more standing game, then we'll get into some instruction, okay? Everybody feeling warm? Okay. All right, good. All right, one more standing game, okay? Nothing's changed. We're looking at grip elbow. Whether it's on the outside or the inside. Elbows, wrist, head, okay? I want to make connection with my head, always. Nothing's changed. Now, I win by either underhook, just like before, or by connecting to my opponent's leg and lifting his leg off the ground. It can look like this, it can look like this, it can look like this, I don't care. As long as you've locked your hands, his foot's off the ground, that's a win. Okay, so it can be an underhook or a leg. Here's the twist. One person is looking for the underhook, one person's looking for the leg. When someone wins, you switch. Oh, okay, so you're not attacking both. Each person's attacking one of those things. Cool? All right, 1, 2, 3. What's that? A high what?
That's the.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't matter. As long as your hands are connected and their foot's off the ground. All right, let's go, guys. 2 minutes to work. Play to win. Play to win. You're plenty warm now. No reason to move slow.
Yes.
Y'all got to decide for yourself who's attacking what. All right, make sure you're telling each other who's attacking what. Nice, Luke. Good job. All right, y'all switch roles now. Now you got to find the leg, Luke. Y'all what? Yeah, y'all watch that mirror over there, boys. Well, yeah, just be careful of that mirror. Okay. I've seen some glass in a butt before. You don't want it. Yep. Almost, yep.
Whoa.
When he faints, go with it, Luke.
Right.
50 seconds to work. 50 seconds to work.
He's getting everything. He can't get your snap down.
Right. Come on, guys. I want to see somebody hit a leg. Where my leg guys at?
Unfortunately,
You're gonna have to get them to pull their head away. If they pull their head away, they leave their leg behind. 20 seconds to work, gentlemen.
sorry, dude. Not my bent loose. At 100% me.
Come on, somebody get a leg. Let's see it. There we go. Time. Relax. Relax.
Especially if I know that's what you're going for.
Yeah, that's my bad.
Trick me. I was like trying to post right here.
And you guys were. That's what I like.
All right, guys. Relax.
That's so unlucky. Okay, at least it wasn't my eyeball again.
Right?
All right. Chad, you're on camera duty, brother.
Sweet.
I'm gonna use Luke since he has longer legs. Do bottom. We're gonna do a bottom triangle review for outside triangle. My back. You're on my back.
This.
All right, guys. Everybody over here, so you can see everything going on. Okay. All right. All right. This is a review from last class. We're not going to spend much time on it. Okay. Because he locks up his bottom triangle. Yeah. Okay. So here, my first job is what? When I'm defending the back, always. It doesn't matter what. What's my first job?
Hands.
Win the hands. Okay. Winning the hands. How do we define winning the hands?
Getting them below the sternum,
Yes. And what?
2-on-1.
Okay. And what else? What's wrong with me right now? There's two big things wrong right now. Thumb post. Yes, thank you. All right. What's next now? Unlock your hands for a second. Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. What's wrong now?
His hands are connected.
Well, no, that's okay.
Okay.
Oh. What if they're open? This will make it more obvious what's wrong. What's wrong now? Anyone?
You can get your head underneath the choke arm.
I'm not covering his hands.
Oh, okay.
I'm on the wrist. Okay. Well, I'm gonna be at the end of the lever. Cover hands. You can't grab fingers. Can't pull fingers away from the hand in jiu-jitsu. 1, 2, 3. Can't do any of these. Can't pull thumbs. But we can grip around padding of the hand. We can grip under the thumb. We can grip around the whole hand. I want you focused on covering hands. Okay. Elbows are low and retracted towards my lats. I've got my thumb post with my primary hand. This is my primary defensive hand, right? Because this is a help, but it's not that effective. If he really wants to win this fight, just crawl up. Yep. I'm only going to be able to defend so much here before I lose this. This one, when I have the thumb on the inside, now go. And I can talk to while I defend this. Doesn't really require much effort. It's more mechanical than me having to just pull. Thumb post, the thumb makes all the difference. Okay. All right. We'll bring it back. All right. So win the hands. Okay. Next, on the bottom triangle, we get to exploit this fact that anytime someone has a bottom side triangle, there's this space here where he's not really touching my hip. He's not really well connected to my hip. So even if he's back heeling, his triangle is very tight at the bottom, meaning there's no way that I'm turning that way because there's a literal vice at my hip right there. My top side hip is very loose because of all this space here. I can fit my whole hand there, even with him back heeling his triangle.
Okay, so we're going to exploit this by first winning the hand fight. So the hand's below the sternum. Okay, you can connect, that's fine. Okay, I'm going to start, since I can turn my hip, and since we're on an overhook side, I can exploit the fact that my shoulder has mobility to slide towards the mat. So now I can turn my body because I can turn my hip. What's up, Brian? I can turn my hip and I can turn my shoulder. Okay, so I'm going to start turning into him, and I'm not going to get super far. Okay, like he's even not being super tight right now. If he's tighter, I'm not going to get that far, but we're going to go as far as we possibly can. Okay, next, in order to be able to turn any further into him, I'm going to need to generate a lot more force because I can only generate so much force now, right? So we're going to hit this kipping motion, okay, or this whipping motion with our legs. So our near side knee comes up high. We've got our far side knee is low, and all I'm looking to do is generate force, rotational force, in order to allow myself to turn into him more. Okay, so we come up, and then we generate the force to turn into him. Okay, once I'm here, it's really just about the elbow. Okay, go ahead and lock it up. If he's pulling tight, it's pulling tight. I might get stuck here. The only thing I have to worry about now is dead arming and scissoring my legs. All I'm looking to do is get my elbow back on the inside between his shoulders. At this point, I'll either land in closed guard, or if he starts recognizing he's losing it in this transition, he starts coming up in the mount, that's where we're going to find that hip. Just nothing's changed since we were running this last week with our other escapes. We find that hip, and we immediately try to win the battle with the inside of our feet, right? So one more time. All good. Okay. Win the hands. If he's covering his own hand, that's fine, right? Yep. This also might happen. So I'll just monitor this, and if it ever is uncovered, I'll come down to the end of the lever. Okay. I'm going to exploit this space, the fact that my hip has mobility, by beginning to turn into him as much as I can. At a certain point, I get stuck. For me to generate any other force to be able to turn into him, I'm going to hit this whipping, like this kipping motion. So one leg goes high, one leg goes low, and I'm going to whip into him, turning as hard as I possibly can. Okay. And if you need to turn again, see, I'm kind of still like on my side. If I need to turn again, then I will. All I'm looking to do is win this elbow position and come up in the closed guard. Or if he starts coming up, I find that hip and I immediately start making space. Or I find that hip and I find the opposite hip, and as he comes up,
I see what you're saying.
sorry, as he comes up, go ahead. I take him to the opposite side further than he wants to go. Okay, either are options. Anybody have a question on this? Really just targeting winning the elbow in the closed guard here. Okay, the chances of a counter are less so than with those top side triangle escapes. Really just trying to win the elbow so we can start here. Okay, all right, 1, 2, 3. Thanks, bro.
Now, we want to base it on what is. When I get part of it, yeah, this is good.
They're real price.
One's under.
My goal
Take the
is
seatbelts.
you fall to the overhook side, and I'm just trying to hold on as part of the game.
Yeah, we're on the overhead side for this one.
It's that. Then I try to pop up, and my elbow dead on.
Well, I already tried to find the mat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting getting a little lesser each time.
Yes.
You have to go.
A little close.
And also, kind of fringe after. Yeah. Also, yeah, be able to drive with the right foot. So you want to try to do that as much as we can and then find that. Boom.
Next name gets up.
That's what I was going to do. This is my phone.
How you feel, Austin?
Yeah.
Motion here.
So.
Go ahead, get your chest on the side. Try to aggressively take your left leg over your right leg. Try again. Bring that right elbow. Try to get that right elbow.
We saw the duct tape. Not saying like night, I see like nothing's helping. I'm trying to like shoot my bow back and just like, oh, it's just like probably when it's first time you're hard time to just wake up. It's time to the weight yeah, well, ideally, I'm gonna need other cross. Coming up, less weight. I'm just gonna go across in this transition. I'm just trying to get my elbows on the side and then finally get close to that game. It's like I'll do the near side hooks first, just to see how the back hooks. Even if I can go to the side where I come back, it doesn't look like it's myself. I should try to get perfect. Okay. So that's what yeah, yes, that's the thing. I'm going just the. What's I said the number. That's yeah. This all. Just get this. Yeah. Right. Did you get right from oh, nice. Thanks for doing it again. This line that just went down from that. It's not coming. No, no, the right elbow, right? Yeah, by keeping it in. Yeah, we slide now. We do that. We can leave it up. Right. You can try to take a. I guess. Line back. That's a thing. Like, you see that? Yeah, we gotta make it. As you do it, kid, make sure that your top of the legs, that you go over your legs. You're also scissoring your legs at the same time. Because it's it's just the way you're going. The arm. Get my leg. That'd be awesome.
So there's it.
I'm working on it.
As he starts to I won this back. This one. I'm gonna find man. You definitely got a joke on there. No, you're fine. I think.
Okay, there you go. I was just muscling the hand stop.
It's just a wedge. Yeah, great wedge. All right, guys, let's bring it in. Okay, finish that rep. Finish your rep. Okay. All right, one more thing on this, or two things on this. Okay.
All right. When I do that kipping motion, I want to make sure I don't want to do this number. Okay. I really want to focus on taking my bottom leg, my outside leg, over my inside leg, like a scissoring effect. Right. So I wind up like I'm about to throw a ball or something. Right. And then I try to scissor. Okay. And if I need to go again, I go again. When I can get my hips behind me to drive, this is where I can start actually driving to come up. Right.
Right.
If I can't actually put my foot behind my butt, then I can't really drive into him. He has all the leverage on me right here. Okay, so this is where you also might lose that battle. If you start losing that battle, he starts coming up. Remember, hip post. So this knee, we pause in time, right? This knee is weightless. As he transfers into mount, all his weight's on it now. As his weight transfers, I want to send him further than he wants to go. In this transition, I want to find my elbow frame in the hip, like always, right? And then as he's coming up, I want to be looking to find inside the knees with my other elbow, right? The same kind of mount escape frames that we would want once we're on our back. We're just looking for them already in this transition. So as he starts coming up, I'm gonna take him further than he wants to go, right? But it's all in winning the inside position of my elbow as he goes to plant. If I get it, I probably won't get it this good. If I get it this good, then yeah, we'll go straight on the counter attack. That'll be great. Okay. But I at least want to be able to recover a guard in this transition. My ideal is to at least make that gap form by taking him further than he wants to go. Right? And be able to work this knee in. Okay. If the counterattack's there, that's great. But more times than not, he's springing right back into me. Right. And I'm at least working with a butterfly hook now. I'm not mounted.
Right.
If the counter's there, take the counter for sure. But I'm at least trying to get my knee in. That's my goal. Okay, so we're closed guard, or we're recovering at some form of a guard. If he ends up winning that exchange. Okay. All right. Oh, one more thing on the bottom triangle, real quick. If the person doesn't have like a very good bottom triangle, or you can use the locker, but if he's not really back heeling a whole lot, and I can find his heel with my knee, then we talked about this last class. Sometimes it's as simple as just downgrading him to an outside cross, right? And now we can. Also, the advantage we have on this overhook side is I'm relatively safe with my thumb post, so I can use my secondary hand to assist me in untangling these legs, okay, and start working out. So if they don't have like a great one, if I can find his heel with my knee, we may not even need the kipping at all, right? If I can just find it by a little scissor and then feeding, that's great. Okay. All right. Any questions on that? That was a review, but all right, let's go into our turning escape.
So. Comp guy, y'all already saw this last week, right? Was that aim lock or different? Just any top set triangle is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the good thing about the turning escape is you don't have to care so much about where's the triangle, are we on overhook, underhook, all that good stuff. It works regardless. Okay, so rule number one, always, I'm still winning the hand fight. Okay. The next thing I need to do is this is particularly helpful. This is just a good escape period, but it's also really helpful if you just can't get this thing unlocked. Like it's super tight, super long legs. It's a vice. You're trying everything that you know and you can't get it unlocked. In this case, we can't win. He's got two wedges around my body right now, right? Lower body connection, upper body connection. If I can't win the lower, I'm going to disconnect at the upper. And this is what will facilitate a turn. Right? So the first thing I need to look to do is break this grip. I can't do a turning escape unless I can create separation between my back and his chest, which is also just filing this away for y'all. All back escapes are about at the apex of it. It's always just about disconnecting your back, his chest from your back. Okay, that's it. You disconnect, and then you get your elbow in between his shoulders. You're out of back, no matter what happens. That's always like your North Star. Okay. From here, I need to separate this grip. There's a number of ways we could do this. One that I like is if I can create a little bit of space, which sometimes might even require a little bit of a bridge, whatever. If I can create just a little gap to swing this hand in here. So if he's got it tight, I might have to like really fight for it. But if I can get this hand on the inside, now I can frame against my own hand and extend. Okay, this breaks the grip. Now what I'm looking to do, however you separate the hands, once we've separated the hands, my immediate goal is to keep them as far apart from each other as possible. The closer they are together, the more purchase he gets to get on my torso, right? Because even if his hands aren't locked, we've demonstrated before, you can pretty well stay connected to somebody just with good elbow positioning, right? Yeah, like if he's got a good elbow here, he doesn't have to lock his hands. He can stay really well connected to me, okay? So my job is to take these hands as far apart from each other as possible. So I want to, when I strip this grip, you see, as it breaks, I'm finding those hands with my wrist and my hands. Okay, I'm tracking those hands like I'm Superman taking off the shirt. I want to get those hands as far apart from each other as possible. Okay, my next goal immediately, now that there's nothing connected to my shoulders, nothing stopping me from disconnecting my back from his chest. Okay, so this is where the turn can be initiated. When he's connected to me, I can't turn. When he's not connected to me, I can start to turn. I can disconnect and I can start to turn. Here, I disconnect. I start scissoring, and he's always going to chase. As he chases, my goal is to win this elbow, right? We're going to win. It's going to be 50-50 if we win on top or bottom. Turn as many times as you need, but we're looking to get this elbow to the inside. Okay, and the reason this works is watch our hips when we go to turn here in a second. I'm on the inside of his hips, right? His hips are going to turn in a bigger circle around me than my hips turn inside of him, just because he's around me. So I'm turning in a smaller circle, which is how inch by inch we win this position. Okay, but it all comes from the best. I get the most out of this, the more initial separation I can create. Okay, if I don't create much separation, it's going to be tough. So I create as much separation as I can. I start to scissor. He chases. Turn. Big turn. All right, I'm just constantly looking to bring that elbow to the inside. I won on top this time. We landed in close guard, but sometimes you're gonna lose that fight, right? Because your goal is just to get your elbow out. When that happens, you have a little less, like much less control over. Okay, when you're turning, it's a lot too many variables. But here, separate. When I go to turn, if he's gonna, same as before, if he's gonna win that top position, okay. Here. I don't want to hit the ball. Okay. All right, he's gonna win. He's gonna win, right? Look, as he goes, as this knee finds its weight and his weight transfers, I sent him further than he wanted to go. Okay. Counterattack should be there. It's not, guards there where you can just wrestle up. Doesn't matter. But you got to be mindful of, if you know you're about to get mounted, well, don't wait for the mount, right? As the weight transfers, send him further than they want to go, because he's going to try to stop right there and plant and get heavy. Right? He's like, oh, I got to mount. Take him further than he wants to go. Okay. All right. So one more time. All right. My first thing I need to do is disconnect the hands. Okay. One way we can do this. This is our fight, right? We're making it look easy on the drill, but I'm gonna have to fight to get this hand on the inside. Okay, and there's other means of separation, right? I can also use thumb pries. There's all kinds of ways to maybe separate this grip. But one that you can drill is if I can just get the top of my hand pummeled up to the inside of the wrist. If I can make contact with my own hand, I can always break the grip. I strip it away, and as it strips, I look to track it. Even if it's just my wrist at first, I'm just making sure that as he tries to bring those hands back together, that I make it difficult. I put something in the way, okay? At the same time, I take the shirt off like Superman, and I disconnect my back. I sit up as far as I can. The more that we get out of this, more disconnection, the better. I start to scissor and turn, looking into elbow. All right. Any questions on that one? This is the turning escape. All right. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, y'all spread out a little bit. All right. Make sure y'all are going in lanes here. All right.
I know. You got it. If you want to do it,
Doesn't really matter for this one.
That's the thing about this. Really have to
That's it. Sit up as far as you can. I now scissor and start to. Yeah, I'm just gonna chase him the face side. Yeah, keep going, there you go. Here. Hey.
You want to end up being close to yeah,
That would be ideal. But you can land up. And also, like, maybe it's you can try and get it's still I stopped it so you can just go. You're with each other. I mean, and then I get this one in, just trade with your own pace or something. It's fine, it's fine. Yeah. Let's do the break. Right. Now, a little more really.
That's what would have fly off.
I'm like we're trying to grab.
It'll be. I'm kind of. Yeah, that's Archie. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Yeah. You can get it like so.
Okay, up to, though.
Yeah, that's.
Hey, let's look a little bit. Oh, yeah, we're just going.
I wanna try it. Yeah.
This is just so you can get it, y'all get an idea of how this works. Make sure we play rotate it so we don't change.
That's how it's. This is always the trick, like the price, like whenever I'm trying to get out. So like,
You can try it.
I'm they don't have to all the straight my.
You can try it on fire.
Always kind of a.
Yeah, and it looks like this motion where we have the pride. No, it's your primary.
Yes.
No, that's fine.
I'm always worried about that. That was two spins.
Yeah, that's why you say like a lot of these things, and roll.
I need surprise.
Yeah.
Well, first one. Well, yeah.
Okay.
Elbows inside, push on his chest.
Oh, you let go. I was going.
That's like a scene you just laughing.
No.
Okay, bro.
It's getting real jaggy.
This one like this.
Okay.
No, that's wrong. That's right.
Working hard. If you guys watch you guys for a second. And none of them are breathing hard.
Yeah.
Like you'll get a chance to see it live shortly.
Hospital bed, I'm gonna go flex the stairs, I'll breathe heavy, no big deal.
All right, guys, hit everybody hit one more. I'll give y'all one more. We're gonna be running these a lot in comp class too, so if you need extra reps, we're gonna be getting them all month.
I got you.
Yeah. That was something.
Yeah.
If you start kind of falling off the side, you like that, that thing is pretty good.
So my goal is to stay on the belt.
Yeah, keep your chest on jack. That's all it's.
You gonna miss it.
All right, circle up when you finish your current rep.
I'm just gonna save it myself. So. Yeah, I usually do that.
All right. All right. This one is what if they have double unders, right? Regardless of what's really going on down here, body triangle or not, but what if they have double unders? This is like a ton of control for him, right? What has fundamentally changed about the position though, if he's got double unders?
Not to worry about the choke.
Yes. How's he gonna choke? Right? I'm prepared, right? I'm not just gonna leave my hands chilling because at any time he can bring it out and start attacking. I'm ready, but I don't have to worry about that. So now both my hands can go to work. Okay, so keep that in mind when someone has double unders. They have a ton of control, but they're not threatening a submission. So calm down, be calculated. Okay. First thing I'm going to do for this one, this is going to be this is called the headlock escape. What we're going to do is cover hands. Okay. The thing I don't want him doing during this transition, during this escape, is taking his double unders out because I want him to have the double unders to facilitate this one. Okay, so I also might even put myself in double unders if I get really good at this. Like if any of you get particularly good at this escape, maybe you just like want to downgrade them to double unders. Okay. Now, first thing I'm gonna do, cover the hands, elbows tight. Okay, I'm gonna start to turn in and bridge. Okay, I'm looking to specifically get my head as far away from his head as I can. Okay, so I start stacking up. I start looking at him. Okay. Now, for me to do this, I need to get my shoulder below his jaw. Okay, so as I bridge and take my head away from him, I'm working to get my shoulder to the mat. Right? Now look at him. We look lovingly into his eyes, as if we've been longing for him. Okay. And now I'm gonna bring my arm as I'm bridging, I'm looking to bring and scoop my arm under the head. I don't want to cup him like this. Definitely don't want to poke him in the eye. I don't know if y'all can see. Right, I don't want to poke him in the eye. And the control doesn't come from my hand and my bicep. Okay, it might look like it is. It might look like I'm like squeezing him. If you're squeezing him with your bicep, you're doing it wrong. Okay, there's not much tension in my forearm here. I'm using my entire arm as a club. It's clubbing motion. I can wrap around, but I want all that tension to really be initiated from my shoulder and my lat, because this is really something, this is what I'm going to use as a pivot point to kind of turn into him. Okay, I'm going to crunch his head in and use this as a pivot point. So I don't want to be like so connected to him here that I'm kind of in my own way. All right, so here, now, once I've actually got this, again, this is a pivot point. I'm going to start to turn into him. Okay, and at a certain point, I'm going to need to scissor my legs. Come up. This is bad danger now. As soon as you come up, like this, for my new guys, this is like floor is lava kind of thing. If my hands are on the mat, especially if he has underhooks and closed guard, I'm asking for a lot of trouble. Like all kinds of things he can do to me here. All right, so as soon as I come up, I'm immediately pummeling to the inside. I can frame on the throat if I need to, but I gotta get my elbows back to the inside. Okay, this is not acceptable. So we don't hang out here for any amount of time. As soon as I come up, I'm already finding inside position and looking to get my elbows to the inside. Okay, in jiu-jitsu, it's totally legal for us to frame on the throat. You can also throat post with an open hand. You can't grab or squeeze in most rule sets, but you can throat post. I can't punch him either, but I can, as long as I make contact with the upper body, I can slide up to a throat post. So even if I'm here, as long as I make contact, I can throat post. Here, I generally just pummel my hands to the inside. I would have my forearm, and I just frame up on them there because I feel safer and I think it's more uncomfortable, honestly.
So that's way worse.
Yeah. All right, so one more. Okay, double unders. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is cover the hands, bring my elbows in tight so you can't get these back. Just while I start to turn into them and bridge, good big bridge, and I start to take my hand, I straighten my arm and start to take my shoulder to the mat. I continue this motion to try to get my head as far away from him as I can and look at him. Okay, I have this motion here. Notice I'm not trying to like bicep squeeze him. I'm trying to club him. Okay, you see how it's all initiated from my shoulder here. Now I can continue turning into him, bridging into him. Scissor. Up. Immediately like I'm pummeled to the inside. Okay? Even if I just get here, if he starts attacking, go ahead. He's not really gonna be able to do anything as long as I win that inside position. As soon as he starts trying to do anything, he's gonna be in a world of pain and I'll be my elbow back inside. Okay? Good. All right, 1, 2, 3. This is the headlock escape. Okay. Over. That's right. Turn and bridge. Take your head towards me. Turn and bridge, take you back. Yep. Back towards the mat. Now, you straighten your left arm. You're trying to put your left shoulder between y'all's head. Put your shoulder on the mat. Try to get your shoulder sit there. Clubbing with your left arm.
Snap your hands. So, I mean, I'm going. That'd be a good part.
Jack, should have
Bridge.
Yeah.
Now I'm here, right?
You're afraid of ritual.
Two. And that's it.
Doubles under. Double unders.
And so you can palm over. Here. Palm over. Right there. Yeah, and then push. I'll meet you when I go.
Okay, just straighten that left. Like a dead dude. Yep.
You good?
All right, I sure hope so, dog. He's mine. No.
I want to keep for
Just easier to when you just
just let the left arm go.
so that's a really great principle for you here, day one. The more tension there is in your body, the easier it is to manipulate you, and the more tired you get. It's just like life. Tension in your life, it's easier for people to off balance sooner than later. It's a good principle in there. This is about fluidity.
Yeah.
You got the R2.
Under. Yeah. Do South Park, but I got the camera.
Keep bridging towards him until you get to that sticky point. Then it's time to scissor. Bridge toward, like try to turn into him and then scissor when you're stuck. Yep. Nice. So you got to throw your legs. It's kind of like a kill.
Yeah.
It's really all we're doing. Sorry.
So, Chad, the free chat.
Try to turn into him. And then when you get stuck, you get scissor. Bridge
Turn.
yeah, bridge, and then when you get stuck, you keep scissor. Yeah, there you go. Bridge towards and grind. Get stuck, scissor your legs. Hey, any questions from the headlock escape? If you find yourself struggling to turn into it, make sure that you initiate, once you've got your arm behind their head, initiate the turn with a bridge, like a bridge enforcement. And once it gets stuck, now it's a scissor. You can also kind of kip, right? You're kind of throwing aggressive scissoring, right? So you can really do like a hip switch there. If you feel like you're getting stuck, that's probably just easier. But,
Right.
yeah, very-
It just.
yeah. All right. Got a partner and you got a background. Going until somebody's submitted or you're in a form of guard. You guys are just watching these. Day one, you're not gonna spar on day one. Unless you want to, but
That's true, actually.
feels so much better.
Nice.
My belly.
And I could beat you up.
Yeah.
Back.
Start on the back. Start on the back and go until there's a sub or someone is like has guard. They're in a neutral position. As long as no one's got a guard, someone's pinned or there's a sub going on. First, so if you go, you get the closed guard, stop. If there's a disconnected open guard, or you're not even connected anymore, stop.
So if you're in mount, keep going.
Yes. So yeah, that's
Do like trying words like that.
yeah, you got sub. So you either pin them or sub.
Yeah, you start on the back like that fuck good.
As long as there's a pin or a sub, you're not, as long as you're not passing a guard, you're going. Make sense? Yeah, does that make sense? Okay. All right, guys, let's go. Y'all can. There's no pressure to do this.
Okay, I've already taken a beat.
Don't know.
One the vat, I got you, bro.
Start from there, basically going.
Oh,
Like,
oh.
That's
Great.
Swear to God, they were doing.
Come on, father.
What are you doing?
My back.
So, good.
You're
Leaving myself.
And I'm up here. Yeah.
No, don't do it. Don't listen it. Oh, man. Nope. You don't know that word. That killing. You can be drunk.
No, I was gonna,
Yes.
I'm trying to sit down, he keeps saying. I kept moving, someone just moved with me. But, I ain't never been drunk. Yeah. One guy was on his back. Good. Yeah, so he just kept sitting, I was trying to sit down, he just kept.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I don't know where it hurt. So we're just trying to take another one from there. Yeah, we're getting guard. So we're guys. We're just getting guard. That was where, like, if you get into where they're like here. Let's go. Next day. As long as you strong. Just gonna keep my head up. All right, let's start laughing. How we going? Anyway, so we're starting. No. And then you have to tell them. That's on the arm up.
There it goes again.
Okay.
I didn't say that. Come on, bro.
Got guard. So mom can go from this.
You got out, I got it, get down.
Yeah. I don't know. Yes. No, just got two off. From off. Oh my goodness. Nice. Nice. Yeah. I didn't know you were.
Just about. It was like almost all day.
Okay. That's guard.
Yeah.
What is it? How you doing? The break?
JC.
Trying to.
This guy says guard.
Huh?
This guy says guard,
I
right?
thought you were saying about like more.
I got his leg like this shot.
No, I didn't have it.
Y'all decide yourselves. I can't look at it.
I'm sure these been different. Yeah, tell me with this one. Obviously, you kind of get to the, you kind of get here.
Right.
The next thing, yeah. So that was not real. I can put that on, kind of. Yeah. That's good. The one thing I do know about it. It's a step. Yeah. Over their shoulder. But that's squeeze. We're back. So we're back. Okay, so this is stop here, right? Oh, yeah. I'm not looking at it.
Sorry, I couldn't see the color in. I really wanted to get father belly down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, yeah, we did, you know. Oh, yeah, we had that way, great.
Can't see.
Yeah. Actually, I'm like, oh, I should drop you halfway, and that's right. Every time I watch the same condition, he's almost like, oh man. Yeah, I know. It's easy to forget. I just. Those cabins. You know them chin in. Oh, that was balance right. Yeah, yeah.
Fine, guys.
There's the thing out there, bro. I'm gonna snatch it.
All right, let's get a photo. We're gonna start
That's my house.
comp class in 5 minutes. All right. A couple of announcements. ASGF July 12th. If you're competing, you have to tell me tonight. I've already got pretty much everybody else confirmed that who I know of, but if you